How do I get clients right now?
I watched a lot of videos and I really like your cadence.
And their invoice was for $2,000. I started personally at around $35 a day, but you'll see that right after this. Okay, so this video is going to be pretty eventful if you watching are a creative. But before we jump into the actual shooting, I kind of wanted to explain how do I get clients right now. I made a video doing this almost a year and a half ago, but my business has changed a lot. We've grown a lot. So I wanted you to see kind of what that next level is and, you know, what you can be looking to grow towards, or if you're at the same kind of level as me, you know, you can just take what I do and use it for yourself. So this client came to us about a week and a half ago from an ad. I'm about to show you exactly what type of ads we run and how we run ads and kind of explain why we run ads. But he came to us, I gave him a call once I got his information. He was like, okay, this seems legit. He paid us in like the next 3 days and we already did the shoot with him, which you'll see at the end of the video. So we're about to jump into the ads, and after I show you the ads, I actually kind of want to show you a little bit of the call recording from when I closed him to give you an idea of what people are looking for. And I'm not going to show the whole thing. I'll just like talk through it, but you'll see that right after this. Okay, so pretty much how we run our ads is just simply using meta ads. It's very simple. We actually don't do anything complex yet at all. I started personally at around $35 a day, and then I dropped it back to $10 a day because we were actually getting too many leads, which is a good problem to have. But I mean, we literally just couldn't fulfill the work. Like, it just wasn't possible. So as you can see, the last 30 days, we've actually only gotten 16 leads, and our cost per lead form has pretty much doubled. This is due to ad fatigue over time. Like, we've been running the same ad for almost 4 months, so we pretty much just have to make a new one. I'll go to maximum view to kind of just show you. So like, we're around $17 per lead form max. I've only spent about $1,600, which is super important because, well, I'll say just from the client you're seeing today came from an ad, and their invoice was for $2,000. That's only one of the clients that we've gotten from these ads. I will say our close rate is actually pretty bad since we've gotten 94 leads. But when you first start doing ads, those first like 30 leads are going to be, you know, you might get one good one in there, but the campaign doesn't know who you're trying to hit yet. So I just want to show you the actual ad we're running right now. If you're in Chicago and you need a videographer, let us help you out. Now, before I show the rest of that, I kind of want to break down what I think and from what I've seen, like what actually creates a good ad when you're doing, I mean, specifically meta. So for sure, you want to call out the location you're trying to hit. I call out Chicago. I say, if you need a videographer. That is the second half. What are you actually trying to give to them? I want to say this right in the intro. You can't go through the whole ad. I mean, maybe in some cases it'll work, but ideally you want to say exactly what you're trying to do. I'd say the third thing for the ad is obviously just good visuals. It should look appealing, especially if you're doing creative ads. If you are selling a creative service and your ad doesn't even look good, and it's a bad sign. Okay, so in meta, and I don't want to do a full meta breakdown because this video would be an hour long, but in meta you have lead forms. This is all I ask in mine. It's very simple, and then their information gets submitted to me to a Google sheet, which I then have routed with Zapier to my Slack channel. Okay, boom. So like, these are old leads in my Slack channel. You know, this is like, they just populate right here. I'm able to like call and text them pretty much immediately. Now I'll give a few tips when you're running ads. Specifically, why I use Zapier is because the first thing, speed to lead. How fast can you contact a lead when they come through? I attribute, and you'll see this in the video recording I'm about to show you, a good 50% of our success with the low amount of leads we've had so far and how we've been able to get such a good return to being able to contact the leads so fast. That's like so important. This is all kind of like pertaining to your situation right now on whether you even should run ads. But if you're anywhere, I'd say even above like 3,000-4,000 a month, and you just want to get in front of more people, it is so easy. And I used to do cold calling and outreach, and I think those are very good methods if you have a good system for it. But with meta, you're pretty much just paying them. So instead of you manually, you know, sending DMs or sending outreach videos, you're making a really good creative and putting it in front of the right people automatically instead of having to do it manually. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this call. I don't know how much of this I actually put in, but I kind of just want to like commentate it. If they fill out the ad form or they come from organic or wherever they're coming from, I'm going to get on a discovery call to figure out, one, if we can even help them, and two, what they're looking for. Most of the time they're looking for a return on investment on some type of content, so then I'm able to sell them our ad package. After that call, I create a PDF kind of going over what our ad package is, tailored to their brand with ROI and numbers based on what they can expect like in their market. In this part of the call, I just feel like there's another thing to add. The reason we post a lot of our work, and like I even do things like this, is because of what you're about to hear him say right here.
And then I look into your clients, right? What do their stuff look like? And Chicago Auto Pro, and then also the Chicago Club and whatnot. So I've seen your work. I watched a lot of videos that even were relevant to me, just with you and your partner.
Yeah.
And I really like your cadence, just how you deliver film.
Yeah, pretty much. He just told me like he watched all of our Instagram videos and saw that we were actually working with other clients and like coaching them through the process. And that was like one of the biggest things that pushed him over the edge, on top of the video explanation I gave him, on top of the speed in which I replied to him once he became a lead. So like all those things combined are how you're going to land clients. If you decide to do ads, or even if you just get any type of traffic to you in any way, like people messaging you on Instagram, or I don't know, if you message someone, like how fast can you message them back and give them value? It's just speed to lead. That's all you have to remember. Okay. I do want to give you a little bit of insight. I could even possibly, in this video you might be seeing later, I mean, you'll know by the intro, you might be seeing one of our ad shoots. Now it is Thursday, and that would be Saturday. But also, you probably also saw in this video, we got a house. I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. You know, I get to do what I do for a living, which is, you know, create videos for people and create content. And it allowed me to move out of my house and get a nice place with my friends, and, you know, feed myself and, you know, live a life that I enjoy. You know, I might be stressed out. It's a very long work day. Things definitely have been hectic, but like, I'm very thankful. I'm blessed to be stressed. I think that's what they say. I think the thing is, you're blessed to be stressed. So, but I do want to show you. So, you know, I kind of showed you how we signed the client. You know, we got them in. What do we actually offer them once we get a client? What are we actually selling? So, if any of you watched my video last year, it's obviously a little different. Right now, in our agency, we mainly work on organic social strategy that actually leads to sales of some kind. And then the other big part of what we do is video marketing, so like meta ads for service businesses. Since we run ads for ourselves, it is very easy to sell because the leads we're getting, as I showed you earlier, coming from the ads, and then I probably talked about this earlier in the video, whatever. These leads are coming through the ads, looking for ads, and then it's easy to sell because, you know, you came through an ad, so it works. Now, the delivery side is very important with this because your process and what you're doing, how you research, and that whole world is what allows you to get results for your clients, which is all that matters when you're doing this type of work. So what I'm gonna do, share my screen and go to the said client. So this client does detailing, and he has ceramic coating, that type of stuff. Now I have my content research doc, okay? Now this has everything from their reviews, their competitor reviews, competitor long-running ads. It has like a market research doc that I have in here. And then it has ad angles we're gonna test for each customer profile. So now we're in the actual scripting phase. I did all the marketing research today. It probably took me probably like 4.5 hours. And you know, right now it's 10 p.m. as you can see from my screen share. And I'm gonna script these videos because I said I was gonna get them done today. It's part of the reality of running an agency. You know, we're trying to work on getting other people in, but between trying to set up this new house we bought and, you know, run a business, I don't have enough hours in the day, it seems. So pretty much it was super loud on the shoot site, so I didn't get to get a lot of talking footage of me actually interacting because it just sounds like a vacuum the whole time. But I did want to walk you through kind of what's going on and what exactly we're doing while we're here. So with advertising content, obviously the scripts we work on are going to carry most of what the actual ad is going to be and what it's going to become. But when you're doing service business ads specifically, it is super important that you have a ton of different footage of them actually working. So for them being a detailing and tint shop, it was super important that we got a bunch of footage of all the different services they have to offer. Now, this kind of made the shoot go a little bit longer than we wanted it to, but that was okay because we knew that we were gonna have the right footage we needed to actually go and create these ads, you know, when we start the editing process. So we pretty much just went service by service, got all the footage we needed, and then after that, we did the actual script section. Now, if you haven't shot ad scripts for someone before, or if you have, then you already know that pretty much every person falls into a certain bucket of how they have to record those scripts. Now, sometimes they want to read right off the script and then look back up, or sometimes they just memorize the whole thing and read through it, or sometimes you have to read it to them and then they read it back to you. In this case, I was just reading it off my phone because I had the scripts on my phone in our Notion like you saw earlier, and I was just reading it to the client. He would read it back and we would just go line by line. I mean, this is really a skill in itself, is learning how to kind of guide the people through what they have to do. But I mean, that only took about an hour and then we were out of there. Honestly, if you have everything planned right and your pre-production is really good, the shoot day is the easiest part. It's just usually going to end up probably being the longest or the most work because you have to actually be there. But I mean, in this case, we had everything planned out pretty good. So it was really just getting there, shooting it, and taking the time to do it.
Bro. We did it. We did shoot done. 7:18 p.m.
Shoot done.
About 7 hours, 5 ads, 3 completely different offers, all scripted by me, shot by me, will be edited by Danny. As you can, I know it's dark out again. This is a 12-hour difference from my last recording, and I'm still doing scripts. So funny how that works. I just wanted to show you kind of what these finished scripts look like for tomorrow. We got Danny in the back editing a video, so you can kind of see we got a lot of stuff going on if we're both doing this all day. Currently 8:58, and I'm not sure how much longer we have here because since we have a new house, I drove with Danny today. Hey.